Hello students, welcome back to my channel CBSE English by JRB sir. Today in this video we are going to discuss the very important lesson, that is Journey to the End of the Earth. This lesson was written by Tishani Doshi. So Tishani Doshi was a Tamil writer, that is our Indian. Through this article she expresses her experience and gives us the clear picture of Antarctica. She says that it is important to visit Antarctica to study the Earth's past, present and future. The writer is a member of Russian research vessel called the Academic Shakalsky. This is a research-based team which takes the high school students to Antarctica and makes them realize to save the planet from global warming. Right? This is about global warming and how we should save our Earth. That is the main concept here. And in the process, some research vessels like Academic Shakolsky have taken the students to Antarctica. Why we should go to Antarctica and what is there and everything, we can go through the video. Yes, writer's journey from Madras to Antarctica. Yes, to join that team, our writer has started from Madras, and then writer Doshi started her journey from Madras to the coldest, driest and the windiest continent of Antarctica by crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints and 3 bodies of water and at least as many ecospheres. See, from Madras she started, and she crossed many areas, okay, like some time zones, 6 checkpoints and 3 bodies of water. 3 bodies of water here, that is, I think you know, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. So crossing these 3 oceans, she has to reach that particular Antarctica with the help of some other Russian research vessels. And she had traveled over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane and a ship. When she set foot on Antarctica's white landscape, she was elated, really felt very emotional because of its immensity and isolation. See, it is very big, blue horizon and white landscape you can see, and it is very big, immensity and isolation in the sense no human beings existence there. Moreover, not only the reasons that I above mentioned, but there is a particular reason she felt very emotional, because she was excited to set foot on this planet because India was once a part of this continent. Yes, India was once a part of this continent. Don't you believe? Let me tell you how. Yes, some 650 million years ago, this was the thing, like how it was our globe, our universe. Like now we say all the continents were separated, like, okay, but here it was not like that. Some 650 million years ago, there was a continent called Gondwana, West Gondwana and East Gondwana. You see, just above this East Gondwana, you will see our Indian name. I have encircled it. You can imagine. So now it is not there. Okay, in those days, India and Antarctica were at one place. They were together. That's why the writer here, you can see, yes, to set foot. Moreover, she was excited to set foot on this planet because India was once a part of this continent. That is why she felt very emotional, because she reached Antarctica, she felt that it was also once the part of India, and she felt emotional for that. Let us go to the clear history. Yes, history of the Earth. 650 million years ago, a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana, did indeed exist. 650 million years ago. A giant means here very big. Amalgamated means here some united. Southern supercontinent did indeed exist. So indeed exist means here, yes, it is a notion that it was there. Centered roughly around the present day Antarctica. So that Gondwana present there, just roughly around this, the present Antarctica. Gondwana thrived. So for 500 million years, Gondwana thrived, but around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the landmass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. Yes, see, from you see the left side, that left side you can see Gondwana, and right side you can see our present globe. Previously it was like this, but now it is like this. That is how people changed. That means the situations changed it. And here 650 million years back it was like this, and almost there only dinosaurs were there, and 500 million years dinosaurs continued to live there. But okay, there were some. I'll tell you this once again. Things were quite different then. Humans had not arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. Here, things were quite different then. Humans had not arrived on the global scene. Only some, okay, that dinosaurs existed and flora and fauna, and that continent, Gondwana, was warmer. That means now Antarctica is very cool, but it was then very warmer. But later, what happened when dinosaurs had become extinct? Slowly, mammals got under the way, and thus we evolved. Yes, that is what. Not only that, here you can see to visit Antarctica now is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. Yes, why should we visit that Antarctica? Actually, we have to visit that Antarctica because we can know the Earth's present, past, and future. It's to understand the significance of Cordilleran faults and Precambrian granite shields. Here, Cordilleran faults means here the mountain ranges build up, how the mountain ranges had built themselves there, and the cores, okay, and the layers, how were they formed. This is what the left side picture you can see, that is the Cordilleran faults of the mountains. And not only that, Precambrian granite shields. Precambrian means here early stage, okay. Precambrian granite shield, Cordilleran faults and Precambrian granite shields means here olden days things. And ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind-boggling. Here, everything, so time to time, it had been changing, and now our present world is like this, okay. And if you imagine how it was and how it is, really pretty mind-boggling, means just startling and shocking things you can understand. Imagine India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. Actually, what happened, according to our Gondwana, our India was a part of Antarctica, and then what happened in the course of time, India had pushed north side and directly it had hit to the Asian continent. After hitting it, it had formed the Himalayas. And not only that, you see in the world globe, the completely left side, what is this? It is South America. And here, South America was once the part of this Africa, right? And then it moved to North America and connected there. Because of that, between Africa and South America, there is a Drake passage. Because of this Drake passage, cold circumpolar current formed. Okay, that is what India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. South America drifting off to join North America, opening up the Drake passage to create cold circumpolar current, keeping Antarctica frigid, ice desolated, and at the bottom of the world. Because of this circumpolar current, you see here in the right side picture, all this yellow and red and blue color lines you can see. This is not line, actually this is current, the flow. Because of this flow, you know, the ocean's movement is caused. If this flow is disrupted, see, world is going to become the driest place, and temperatures will increase more and more. Okay, that is what the history of our planet. See, however, starting from Madras, she had reached this Antarctica after traveling for 100 hours, maybe in combination of car, aeroplane, and a ship. What did she find there? Yes, for a sun worshipping South Indian like myself, 2 weeks in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored is a chilling prospect, not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for the imagination. Here, she was really felt really shocked to see such kind of, because 90% of the Earth's, that means Antarctica's atmosphere is covered with ice. And see, you will lose every earthly perspectives when you reach there. Okay, circulatory and it is not for metabolic. Metabolic means your lifestyle and it is related to her body function. Not for that, but also for imagining, whenever she set foot on that Antarctica, she had seen large horizon, blue horizon, and immense Antarctica covered with ice. That is what it is like walking into chained ping pong ball. So it's like walking into some tennis ball like thing. Okay, where divide of any human markers. There, human existence was not there. No trees, no billboards, no buildings. You lose all earthly senses of perspectives and time here. The visual scale ranges from the microscopic to mighty, midges to mites to blue whales and icebergs as big as countries. Say here, the writer wants to say that she could see so many things, very smallest creatures to the highest things like midges, two-winged fly. Okay, mites, some kind of creatures like crabs and all, blue whales that she could see, and not only that, icebergs, very big icebergs. The biggest iceberg that she had seen as the size of Belgium. You see, days go on and on and on in surreal 24-hour astral summer light. Every time you can see only lighting. There is no night at all, and a ubiquitous silence, completely extreme silence, interrupted only by the occasional avalanche or calving ice sheet. Only that there is everywhere silence, and that silence is often interrupted by some occasional avalanche. Avalanche means here the noise of the ice sheets melting down and falling down. That is what calving ice sheet. So consecrates the place. So, because of its immensity, because of its silence and everything, the place becomes very peaceful and holistic. It's an immersion that will force you to place yourself in the context of the Earth's geological history. So, if you go there, definitely you will be immersed, means involved in the atmosphere. Why? Because you can know the geological history of our globe. And for humans, the prognosis isn't good. The prognosis isn't good. That means for human beings, the medical condition is not good. Means here, the Earth's condition is not good. That is why human beings are going to face a lot of problems nowadays. Yes, human impact. Yes, until then, we discussed almost 650 million years ago, Gondwana thrived. At that time, human beings have not entered, right? And now, when human beings entered, and what happened after humans' entry? Let us see. Human civilizations have been around for a paltry 12,000 years. Paltry means here very less. Paltry means very less, barely a few seconds on the geological clock. See, 12,000 years is very less when comparing to Earth's age on geological clock, right? In that short amount of time, we have managed to create quite a ruckus, etching our dominance over nature with our villages, towns, cities, megacities. You can imagine, even though our entry is very less on Earth, we have damaged, created quite a ruckus, means here damaged a lot, showing our dominance over nature. See, natural resources. We are fighting for natural resources, and the war between Israel and Palestine, the war between Ukraine and Russia, the war between Pakistan and India. It is all because of natural resources. So it's for Pakistan. Sorry, it's for Kashmir. Pakistan and India were and their West Bank. It is for that West Bank, Palestine and Israel fighting. And okay, there are many reasons behind all these things. So only these people are fighting natural nature with our villages, towns, cities, megacity. The rapid increase of human population has left us battling with other species for limited resources, and the unmitigated burning of fossil fuels has now created a blanket of carbon dioxide around the world. See, because of the limited natural resources, we have been fighting every time, and in the fight we are damaging the Earth's health also. And not only that, human beings are extensively using the vehicles which produce fossil fuels, and because of these fossil fuels, carbon monoxide and all, what happened, there was a blanket of carbon dioxide around the world. You can understand, carbon dioxide can kill so many natural species, which is slowly but surely increasing the average global temperature. Because of this global, that is carbon dioxide and all, global warming is increasing. And if the global warming is increasing, you can imagine how the situation, the ozone layer will be depleted, and if the ozone layer is depleted, the UV rays directly come onto Earth, and so that human beings' existence will be a question mark. Yes, climate change is one of the most hotly contested environmental debates of our time. Will the West Antarctica ice sheet melt entirely? There are many debates on environment, like will the West Antarctica ice sheet melt entirely? Maybe or may not be. Will the Gulf Stream ocean current be disrupted? Yes. If that current stream is disrupted, what will happen? That is a debate. Will it be the end of the world as we know it? So, if it happens like that, are we going to see the end of our earth or the world? Yes. Here there is a doubt. Maybe, maybe not. Either way. So, it can happen either way. That means it may happen, will happen. But Antarctica is the crucial element in this debate, especially everywhere. Whatever you discuss on environment, the main aspect in this debate is Antarctica. And not just because it is not only the place where in the world which has never sustained a human population and therefore remains relatively pristine in this respect, but more importantly because it holds in its ice cores half million years old carbon records trapped in its layers of ice. If we want to study and examine the Earth's past, present, and future, Antarctica is the best place to go. So that is what. There are many debates, and it can be either happen or may not happen like this. So, but out of all, what is the crucial aspect is Antarctica, because Antarctica is not invaded by human beings. It is not sustained by any human beings. That is why it remained pristine. Not only that, in its ice cores, half million years old carbon records were trapped. Carbon records, carbon dating. I think if you want to know the age of any object, it should undergo the carbon dating. Based on that carbon dating, people identify its age. Same like this, here carbon records were trapped under the ice cores of this Antarctica. That is why we have to go there and we must study the Earth's present, past, and future. Right? This is the best place. And yes, it is the best place to go there. So what happened? There is a program called Students on Ice. Students on Ice. Yes, Students on Ice is the program name in which high school students are taken to the South Pole of Antarctica. Geoff Green, a Canadian guide and ecologist, is the head of the program, which Students on Ice. He offers the future generation of policymakers. Future generation of policymakers means the present generation youth. A life-changing experience at an age when they are ready to observe, learn, and most importantly, act. Here, for the younger gen, he had selected, Geoff Green had selected, he's a Canadian guide and ecologist, had selected only college students, high school students, because they can observe, learn, and in return they can do something for the nature to save the planet. He had actually previously courted so many celebrities and retired people, but he was not satisfied with those people, because those people just for time pass they came and enjoyed, but in return they are not doing anything good for the planet. That is why he started this program with students, because students can think and do something good to the planet. That is why he had started this program called Students on Ice. It is the program name which was initiated by Geoff Green, okay, under the support of Russian research vessels. And here, this program has been huge success, because it's impossible to go anywhere near the South Pole and not be affected by it. Going there is easy, but not be affected by is somewhat difficult. But here, these people had managed it without being affected. But this program made it possible. Students on Ice, okay, on seeing the things directly over there, they could see ice caps melting down, which could make them realize the threat of global warming. See, if the students go there, what will happen? They will see the things directly. The first hand experience is the most important one. See, sitting in our homes watching the things on the TV, it seems that maybe you feel that, yeah, comfortably you can sit there. Oh, that means global warming is there. But if you directly visit this situation, definitely there will be impact on the minds, young minds especially. That is why people are taking young people over there. And here, phytoplankton. Here he had given one example. we should save our planet from global warming, otherwise what would happen? He had given best example of phytoplankton. Take the microscopic phytoplankton, these grasses of the sea that nourish and sustain the entire southern ocean's food chain. See, actually what happened, phytoplankton is a small single celled plant. This is the plant which is providing or producing the food chain for all the southern ocean aquatic species. These single-celled plants use the sun's energy to assimilate carbon and synthesize organic compounds in that wondrous and most important of processes called photosynthesis. I think everybody knew this. Because of this photosynthesis, the animals are producing the oxygen. Here, same like that, because of this phytoplankton, the southern ocean's aquatic species are getting their food, right? Why the matter of phytoplankton here is scientists warn that a further depletion in the ozone layer will affect the activities of phytoplankton, which in turn will affect the lives of all the marine animals and birds of the region and the global carbon cycle. Remember this, if this phytoplankton is affected by the global warming, definitely it is going to affect the species, the southern ocean aquatic species and the birds on that particular areas. After that, slowly it comes to human beings and it affects the global carbon also. So we have to be careful about our global warming. We have to prevent it. We have to produce some green plants, otherwise what will happen? So these are the disadvantages of global warming. In the parable means here the story of the phytoplankton, there is a great metaphor for existence. Take care of the small things and the big things will fall into place. Yes, see, you imagine that phytoplankton is a small thing, but if it is affected, what happens? Most of the world is affected. That means we have to take care of the small things in the sense not using plastic or not using vehicles extensively. This is what we have to do. If you take care of all small things, big things will fall into place automatically. Yes, this is what these are the pictures of phytoplankton cell. Okay, let's go there. Yes, walk on the ocean. Yeah, she had visited that Antarctica and they were using that, they are guiding the students and all, enjoying. At the same time, while they were returning, what happened? They walked on the ocean. How is it possible to walk on the ocean? Let us see that. My Antarctic experience was full of such epiphanies. Epiphanies means here realizations, right? Let me go. Right. Realization. But the best occurred just short of the Antarctic circle of 65 to 55 degrees south. The Shokolsky had managed, Shokolsky is the ship name, okay, remember this, had managed to wedge means here forcibly move forward in between a narrow passage, wedge herself into a thick white stretch of ice between the peninsula and Tadpole Islands. See, while the Shokolsky is wedging, that means moving in between Tadpole and that peninsula island, suddenly their boat was struck, their ship was struck between them, okay, preventing them from going any further. And the captain decided we were going to turn around and head back north. Actually, because of the Shokolsky had struck between two islands, right? That is why the captain had said that yes, we are taking back, and then before taking back, please get down, the captain had instructed. So what happened? All those people, so there were nearly 52 people kitted out in Gore-Tex, nothing but that waterproof dresses. Glares means here spectacles, walking on a stark whiteness that seemed to spread out forever. Stark whiteness. What was the whiteness here? The snow. Okay, completely, the water was completely frozen. On the frozen land, they had stepped out. You see, forever. Underneath our feet was a meter thick ice pack. See, completely, it was ocean, but over the water, 1 meter deeper or 1 meter depth, completely it was frozen ice. So they could stand there. And underneath that, 180 meters of living, breathing salt water. So just under that 1 meter ice pack, again they could see water, 180 meters of living, breathing and all. And on the frozen ice, they could see some, on the periphery, crab-eater seals were stretching and sunning themselves on ice floes, much like stray dogs will do under the shade of banyan tree. Just like how our dogs take shelter under the banyan trees, here also these crab-eater seals are coming out and just sunning themselves. So it was nothing short of revelation. Revelation means realization again. So everything does indeed connect. Everything is related. Okay, that is what the author is telling. Here ends. And the final paragraph of the particular lesson is that it is the writer's reflection. Finally, the writer felt nostalgic to remember her journey from Madras to Antarctica, crossing all the time zones or the water bodies or checkpoints. She said that journey with teenagers was a great memory. It was a great memory for her with the teenagers, spending 2 weeks there. And in Antarctica, had given her the motivation to save her Earth. So it had given her the motivation that we should save our Earth. She hoped that Antarctica should not become like a warm place it used to be some million years back. So because of this global warming, that circular current, that means circumpolar current will be disrupted, like that we thought, right? If it is disrupted, definitely it is going to, our Antarctica is going to be the warmer place. It shouldn't be like that. That's what the author's intention. Yes, my dear students, thank you for watching. And if you like my video, please subscribe.